Thank you very much, STA. You what? And I gather we have to go for the lifeline of the show, which are the telephone callers. Good evening, Samuel from the Republic of Uganda. You're most welcome to Straight Talk Africa. Samuel, can you hear me? I'm afraid.
Shaka, how are you?
I am hugely terrific. How are you today, Sam?
I'm hugely terrific also. This question goes to Governor Gweregamba. Is there a proper electoral process of ensuring that the voters' register is updated? Are there equal distribution of electoral observers, both rural, international, and local, in rural and urban areas respectively, to curtail and stop ballot rigging and stuffing? Thank you, Ndugu Shaka.
You're most welcome, Ndugu Sam. What about that, Gabino?
Can you summarize a little bit?
He basically is wondering whether, for example, the political playing field is really leveled for the candidates. For example, he is asking about the viability of the Electoral Commission. He's asking about the voter register, whether it is accurate and, in fact, is something not rigged in favor of someone, or that kind of stuff.
Well, in all honesty, and Shaka, you followed all my journey here, even as I was lobbying for this. None of it is. That's a reality.
But at least you have a situation where you have a huge United Nations contingent there, and probably, in fact, helping the social-political dynamics there.
Well, Shaka, you have to understand that the United Nations or the international community or any other countries is not going to do what's best for any specific country unless the stakeholder of that country are involved and also have the means to do it.
But you're also lucky, for example, that the acting president, Catherine Samba, is not participating in this process. And therefore, she can, in fact, be in a position where she can assure of a result, frankly, that is a reflection of what the people want.
Those are part of what was agreed upon, Shaka. However, I think let's in all fairness, the international community has done a lot, okay, to try to help the Central African people here, invest up to $40 million for this. So, but also you have to understand, I mean, there are a lot of things going on in the world. All the attention cannot be only on Central African Republic. The fact of the matter is,
but how did you find the first round, for example? Wasn't it reasonably fair?
No, it wasn't. I mean, here's the thing. We knew, Shaka, we knew going into this election that, and our community here, we have been saying this all along, that the country, in terms of territorial integrity, in terms of preparedness, in terms of all the logistic, was not ready for a fair and a valid, a viable election. So, however, whoever pays for your bills get to dictate the rules of the game.
Yes.
So, and that's how it goes. So the international community had to have election go through at a certain time frame, and the political crowd went with it, and then we are going with it.
How do you explain, for example, if the large voter turnout?
Well, before I answer that, I don't know if we should continue to encourage the mediocre mindset of thinking that, because we're receiving money and we know that the situation is already a catastrophe, let's just continue with this catastrophe. Absolutely not, okay? If we have the opportunity to make things better or change it, let's be about the change. Let's be about the betterment for the benefit of the people. Now, if you go and vote and the voice is not being heard, this is a constitutional right that's been violated, right? So you have about 200 or something thousand votes that have not been counted. You have some officials that have been bribed, and we want to sit here and say, we're already aware that the situation was already bad and we just wanted to go for an election. If we know the situation is bad and we're aware that we cannot go for an election, how about postponing? It happened in 1993.
We'll come back to that later. We'll come back to that later. Let me go to